Any delay or stoppage of export benefits like refunds of IGST, drawback and RoDTEP is a pain for any exporter. Moreover, verification of export consignment is even a bigger pain. आज के इस वीडियो में हम डिस्कस करेंगे अबाउट अलर्ट ऑफ रिस्की एक्सपोर्टर invoked by DGARM and जानेंगे क्या प्रोसीजर है to revoke the alert and get the pending refunds. A very common and a big issue with exporter is alert of risky exporter. When alert of risky exporter is invoked on the IC, all the export benefits like IGST, drawback, RoDTEP and any other benefit get stopped, and all the export consignment are subject to verification. Refunds room जाने से किसी भी एक्सपोर्ट बिजनेस में बहुत लॉस होता है and in turn which will impact the Indian economy as well. Based on the data from GST, income tax, foreign trade transactions, DGARM has identified many entities as risky exporter. CBIC has issued SOP and circular for verifying the risky exporter, their suppliers and granting the refunds. Now let's discuss the whole process of alert of risky exporter. Firstly, on the basis of risk parameters, DGARM will suspect the risky exporter and respective suppliers. DGARM forward this list of risky exporter to RNCC to put alert on the IC in the system. All the export benefits are stopped. The CGST formations verify such identified risky exporter and their suppliers and forward the detailed verification report to the DGARM with their recommendation about genuineness of the exporter. On the basis of this verification report issued by GST officer, DGARM decides whether to issue NOC for revocation of alert. Then, the DGARM will communicate this list of exporters for which NOC has been issued to the Customs Department for revocation of alert from the IC and release all the pending IGST and drawback refunds. Sounds simple, right? But practically this whole process takes a very long time. In many of our cases, we have seen that GST officer has submitted negative report to the DGARM without even performing the complete detailed verification, due to which the process of verification of alert becomes even more tedious, ultimately leading to harassment to the exporters. To understand the whole process and procedure of exports and refunds under the GST law, you can check out our previous video, link in the description box. However, the group of MSME exporters has raised this matter to the chairman of CBIC, stating that the mechanism of verification of risky exporter is neither transparent nor time-bound. Now let's quickly discuss the new procedure for verification of risky exporters. Recently, Rule 96 of the CGST rule has been amended retrospectively with effect from 1st July 2017. The amendment is made to consider the exporter's verification based on data analysis and risk parameters as a reason for withholding IGST refunds. CBIC has issued instruction number 04/2022 dated 28th November 2022 on the new procedure for processing withheld IGST refund application. The department has made certain changes in the alert module as well, and the DG system has issued internal advisory for the same. The advisory points out that DGARM officer can place an all India suspension either on the IC or the GST number of the exporter to withhold the IGST refunds. Also, the officer has been given the option to revoke the said alert after due verification. DGARM will use data analysis and risk parameters to identify risky exporters. DGARM will place an all India alert on risky exporter on the Indian Customs EDI system along with reasons. Once the alert is invoked on the exporter, the system will withhold the IGST refunds of such exporters. Details of such risky exporter, risk parameters used for identifying risky exporter and reasons will be communicated to the GST department. An auto-generated refund application in form RFD01 will be transmitted to GSTN through IGST. Also, all the previous cases which could not be processed due to negative report or pending verification will be transmitted to GSTN through IGST, and all such refund claims will be made available to the jurisdictional officer. In reality, in many cases, details of pending refunds has not been transmitted from IGST to GSTN yet, and system-generated refund application has till now not been generated. In all such cases where DGARM has already received verification report, details of such reports will be shared with the jurisdictional officer. On receipt of refund application, jurisdictional officer should immediately verify and process the refund application. After the verification, the officer shall pass a detailed speaking order on the refund claim. Also, the officer shall provide feedback on genuineness of exporter, ITC claim, and whether the DGARM can remove the alert of risky exporter. The most important part, the officer must follow the timelines laid down for processing this refund. Also, it is clarified that the new instruction issued will supersede the previous SOPs. The whole concept of alert and verification of risky exporter was introduced with the intention to catch hold those few mischievous exporters who were fraudulently claiming undue refunds and benefits from the government. However, many genuine exporters are getting adversely affected due to long-term verification process and excessive documentation. On ground level, many exporter has faced severe issue that negative report was submitted by the division office and then exporter has to go through super lengthy re-verification process. Business of exporters are severely impacted due to stoppage of refunds. Most important, the refunds of Drawback and RoDTEP should not be withheld and should be released immediately. There has to be transparent, well-defined SOP for verification with time frame so that business of exporter is not affected adversely. There has to be a formal communication to the exporters with the reasons about the alert, as previously no notice used to be issued to the exporters about the alert being invoked. DGARM should review and update its procedure to ensure that alert is invoked only on the fraudulent exporter and not on the genuine ones. In case you have any queries, you can connect with us. Details in the description below. Hope this video will be helpful to you and stay tuned with us for the next one. Also, share this information with someone who may need this. For regular updates from the world of tax in more simplified ways, stay tuned with us and let's make tax simple.